Right. Hi students. In this video we will see about Z transform. Very important topic in the subject of signal systems and DSP. Z transform is used for the analysis of discrete time signals and systems. We'll see the definition. First we see the two-sided Z transform. It is given as Z transform of x of n equal to x of z. The formula is given as sigma n equal to minus infinity plus infinity x of n z power minus n. This can also be written as x of n, x of z. On the top it is z. That means Z transform of x of n is x of z. Next is one-sided Z transform. In one-sided you have three definitions. First is it is for causal or right hand side sequence. Causal means what? It is right hand side sequence. X of n equal to 0 for n less than 0. Therefore x of z will be equal to, only the limit will change. The two-sided it is minus infinity plus infinity. For causal it is 0 to infinity x of n z power minus n. For non-causal or left hand sequence it is limit is minus infinity to minus 1. The definition remains the same. Anti-causal sigma n equal to minus infinity to 0 x of n z power minus n. The only difference between non-causal and anti-causal is here for non-causal it is from minus infinity to minus 1, whereas this is from minus infinity to 0, only a slight difference. Next we'll see region of convergence. In short we call it as ROC. So what is ROC? ROC is nothing but the values of Z for which Z transform is finite or the series converges is called region of convergence. As I said before, this video you can use it as notes also. Okay. In polar form, Z can be expressed as Z equal to R e power j omega. R e power j omega represents a circle. So x-axis is real part of Z and y-axis is imaginary part of Z. Where R is the radius, when R equal to 1, you have the circle like this. Clear? This is the definition of Z transform. Next topic is Z transform and ROC of finite duration sequences. Here, that means a sum will be given. We have to find Z transform and ROC for that. X of n will be given. So first subdivision is, we will see for a causal or right hand side sequence. If x of n is given as 2, minus 3, 0, 1.51, you should find Z transform and ROC for this. Z transform is given as sigma n equal to 0 to 4 x of n z power minus n. This is a finite sequence. The first value is at n equal to 0, which is 2. Arrow mark, if it is not there, the first value by default it is x of 0. The origin value is 2. If arrow mark is also there, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now for discrete time signals, you can refer my previous video on discrete time signals basic. You can see that. So n equal to 0 to 4 x of n z power minus n. N equal to 0 to 4, which means put n equal to 0 to 4, x of 0 z power minus 0, x of 1 z power minus 1 till x of 4 z power minus 4. Now substitute the value. X of 0 is what? 2. X of 1 is minus 3. X of 2 is 0. X of 3 is 1.5. X of 4 is 1. Just substitute and get the answer as 2 minus 3 z inverse plus 1.5 z power minus 3 plus z power minus 4. Z transform we have found. Next we have to find the ROC. ROC, what I told, the values of Z for which x of Z is finite, for which Z transform is finite. When will this, that means we have to see the values for which x of Z will be infinite. Z inverse z power minus 3 means what? It is 1 by Z. 1 by Z, when it will become infinity? When the denominator equal to 0. So denominator should not be equal to 0. That means except at Z equal to 0, the entire value of x of Z will be finite. That means ROC is entire Z plane except at Z equal to 0. Because when you put Z equal to 0 in x of Z, you get the answer as infinity. ROC, the values of Z for which x of Z should be finite. Okay, since the basics class, I am taking much time for this. So answer is what? For a causal sequence, answer will be negative powers of Z. That's what I have written. You should have all this in mind for future classes of Z transform. Next is anti-causal or left hand side sequence. Here example we'll see, suppose x of n is given like this, left hand side sequence. At n equal to 0 the value is 5, at n equal to minus 1 the value is minus 2, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, at n equal to minus 4 the value is 3. So Z transform formula is sigma n equal to minus 4 to 0 x of n z power minus n. Substitute for n equal to minus 4, x of minus 4 z power minus of minus 4, x of minus 3 z of z power minus of minus 3 till x of 0 z power minus 0. X of minus 4 value is what? 3. Just substitute the values as we saw in causal sequence. So here the answer will be in positive powers of z. Clear? And when will the x of z be infinity for this? 5 minus 2z plus z square, like that. When you put z equal to infinity, it becomes infinity. Therefore ROC will become, ROC is entire z plane except at z equal to infinity. Clear? All these are 2 marks, 4 marks questions. University they have asked. Third one, two-sided z transform or two-sided sequence. We have to find z transform and ROC. Suppose example x of n equal to minus 4, 6.5, 2, 3, minus 4. Z transform will be, it extends from minus 2 to plus 2. Okay, origin is 2. The n value is different, the amplitude is different. Don't confuse. Again I'm telling you, see the basics class of discrete time signals, you will understand better. X of n z power minus n, n equal to minus 2 to plus 2, just substitute the values and write the final answer as minus 4z square. So left hand side will be positive powers of z, right hand side will be negative powers of z, and ROC nothing but, since we have both negative powers and positive powers, entire z plane except at z equal to 0 and z equal to infinity. Next we'll see z transform and ROC of infinite duration sequences. First subdivision we saw finite, now it is infinite. Again the 3 subdivisions. First one is causal or right hand side sequence, x of n equal to a power n u of n. Suppose the question will be given like this, given x of n equal to a power n u of n, find z transform and its ROC. So what we have to do, as usual, z transform definition, sigma n equal to minus infinity plus infinity x of n z power minus n, x of n is a power n u of n, the substitute in place of x of n. Since we have u of n value is 1. So wherever you find u of n, remove that and change the limits. That's it. U of n nothing but 1 for n greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for n less than 0. So the limits now becomes 0 to infinity a power n z power minus n. So when you combine these two, a z inverse whole power n. So what is the formula for this one? C power n for n equal to 0 to infinity 1 by 1 minus c, the power series expansion, where c is a z inverse. The answer is 1 by 1 minus a z inverse, or when we convert to positive powers, nothing but z by z minus a. So what will be the ROC? When will this become infinity? When the denominator is 0, 1 minus a z inverse. So a z inverse equal to 1 means ROC will be modulus of a z inverse less than 1 or mod z greater than a. So for causal sequence, the ROC will be greater. Have that in mind. CG. Just remember the hint, CG. C for causal, G for greater. So here the circle, the radius is A, as we saw before, and the ROC will be greater than A, means outside the circle. Clear? Next will be non-causal sequence. X of n given as minus b power n u of minus n minus 1. Write the definition, substitute for x of n, remove this u of minus n minus 1. The definition is 1 for n less than or equal to minus 1 and 0 for n greater than 1. So now what will be the limit? The limit will be 0 for n greater than minus 1. So now the limit will be, when you remove this u of minus n minus 1, the limit changes to minus infinity to minus 1, because it has value only minus infinity to minus 1. So now this becomes b power n z power minus n. Unit step function is given for limits. Clear? Again and again I'm telling you, just change the limits according to the function given. Now instead of working with the negative limits, we'll go with positive limits from left side to right side of the graph. So we will change from 1 to infinity. When you change the side, even n also, plus n will become minus n and minus n will become plus n powers. So when you combine that, b inverse z whole power n. What is the formula for sigma n equal to 1 to infinity c power n? C by 1 minus c. So c here is b inverse z, or when you simplify this you will get z by z minus b. So the ROC will be as usual b inverse z less than 1 or mod z less than b. So for a causal sequence it is outside the circle, and for a non-causal sequence, since it is mod z less than b, it is inside the circle. Clear? Just shade it. The last one is two-sided sequence. It is a combination of the first and the second problem of infinite duration sequence. This is 8-mark question. Very important anonymity problem. Given x of n equal to a power n u of n minus b power n u of minus n minus 1. The question is find Z transform and its ROC. So for a power n u of n, z by z minus a, and for minus b power n u of minus n minus 1, it is z by z minus b. You have to derive. As we saw before, all the steps you have to write. So here no need to write again. Okay, so for the first term it is mod z greater than a, second step mod z less than b. So come in when we combine this, you will get modulus of z, which is a and b. Modulus of z greater than a and modulus of z less than b. ROC is between a and b. Since we have two signals, here we have two circles, okay, two functions. One is greater than a, another is less than b. Clear? This is the ROC for this two-sided sequence. Very important problem, the last subdivision. Okay, just work it out and see. Clear? All the best, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Take care.